And we should be streaming now. Hello to nobody in the chat. Ta-da! Alright, you ready to, get recording?
Yeah. I gotta.
Yeah, sure.
What was that?
They did not like that. Whatever that was.
It was fucking loud. Oh, I gotta do some investigating.
Okay, I'll be here. Good times. Good times. Some of the most riveting video we've ever shot. Not even anybody in the chat I can talk to. It's me all alone. Talk about Persona 4 Golden with myself. Hey, we're back in the TV. Alright! Hooray!
I have no idea what that noise was.
Huh.
Alright. Coffee, check. Water, check. Spilling shit on my face, check.
Everything we need for a good video.
I don't know why Samson squeezed in that spot. Check. Volume down. Check. This girl is on fire.
I feel like I'm having a fever dream. Laptop, I've muted you.
Chew.
Be quiet.
Got it.
There we go.
Got it.
You're it. Alright, you got, Audacity open? Or whatevs?
Yeah, I think that's always open now.
Okay. Alright, let's start recording this. Start in 3, 2, 1, record. Pants, pants, pants.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
There. Nope, not quite. Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Does it just go? It just goes.
What, the what now?
Oh, nothing. I don't know. Like half the thing. Ah, fuck. I got nothing. I don't know what's filtering. Why was that change size like that? All right, whatever. It's that big now. Okay.
Hooray!
All right.
You ready to record?
All right.
We were both in the exact same tiredness position, so this is going to turn out real well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of that video game podcast. I'm your nope. Knobs dropped. One moment, please. Hi.
Ow, Boomer, shut up.
Oh, best episode ever. I'm really glad we're recording this. Hi to everyone in the chat.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Good times.
I went
Good times.
I went to because it was screen was minimized. I was like, oh, I just clicked. Oh, I just hung up.
Oh, good stuff.
How does that not happened sooner?
Alright. It says I'm not recording again.
Your Audacity?
No, my Pamela. Hold on, let me open it up again.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to record this call. Thank you. Okay. Well,
Holy shoot.
should we try this again?
I'm still recording,
Yeah,
so
I am too.
you
So,
got radio gold there.
yeah. Video gold too, thankfully. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Over there's Knobs.
What's up? I'm not hanging up.
No, not hanging up this time. I got nothing to talk about here. So let's get started with what you've been playing.
Hey, guess what? I played some games this week.
Hooray! Me too.
Alrighty, well, let's start with the Token Left 4 Dead 2 Monday Night Game Night, which is tonight. Another sub 100-point deciding match. Again,
Oh, man.
like it's been super competitive and crazy fun.
It's a tight race.
Yeah, is every week's been pretty much this last month has been just insanely close and just disastrous on both sides. Like usually at some point the spread will get like 500-600. Like usually leading up to finality, it's under 100 for each flip.
Wow.
No one has retained control the entire time. It has gone back and forth every week. It is crazy. But yeah, so that really, please come join us. We've been rolling out, I think 6-on-6 the last couple weeks. So always got some new faces in there. We'd like it, new people. It seems to be churning up some laughs. So it's been a good time. Other than that, been playing a crap ton of Borderlands 2.
Oh yeah.
I'm raid bossing like crazy now. I'm all decked out in orange, like just waiting for that level cap to go up so everything I hoarded is worthless again.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been I got a ton of badass tokens and a lot of Sarah crystals.
Oh really?
I think I got two pink items, and I probably have about 130 crystals still.
Are those items any good? The ones you buy with Seraph stuff?
I don't use them.
Oh well. I mean, if they're not as good as oranges, then.
They're comparable.
Oh okay.
You just kind of pick your poison. They have one really good shield that I think has got elemental alignment across the board.
Nice.
So that's real nice. I was gonna buy that, but I decided to buy a sniper rifle because I use those like all the time.
Yeah.
Really. Um, but yeah, so it's pretty much just harvesting that stuff and waiting for that level cap. That all that stuff gets bumped up to the max cap. So it's pretty excited. I've been playing. I played some more this morning with Tomsy. I think I power level Jive, and I think one of his buddies, like at the flesh stick. It's a flesh stick. Over and over and over again until my head hurt. But it was a couple times we were trying to milk that the ultimate Varkid.
Yeah.
Successfully. I think if I was playing with, I think the closest I had been was when I was playing with Jive and one of his buddies, and I was like, we were hustling, like beelining to get up my True Vault Hunter mode to get to the Flesh Stick mission so I could level them.
Mm-hmm.
We got in and started running around the world, and it was like all of a sudden an ultimate badass Varkid had already spawned.
Okay.
And I'm on chat, and I'm like, guys, we're in trouble. And his buddy's like, the dude that's level 50 just said we're in trouble. We're screwed. It was literally 20 minutes to battle our way out of that because I think we had two ultimate badasses spawned,
Wow.
and we were just tick them down, and we were just swarmed right at the
Jeez.
spawn point at the top of the hill.
Have you seen the top level of that?
No.
There's an invincible Varkid.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to roll with Seven Hender and Moonpeer.
Right.
We're trying to get him to spawn so we can farm him for some good loot
Yeah.
successfully. Just like trying to farm the bunker for its legendary loot is just
Yeah.
ridiculous. We killed that thing like 30 times. It didn't drop one rare item.
Wow.
It's dropped to be 1 in 20. This bull.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
Things ignore math.
Yeah.
But anyway, but still having a ton of fun time because apparently there's a glitch where you can keep milking the invincible pyro, and you harvest crystals that way. So that's what we're doing, and he's pretty okay to do alone too.
Nice.
It's not crazy like the Worm McGee guy
Oh yeah.
because he's a nightmare.
Yeah.
He was a nightmare, 3 of us fighting him.
Oof.
And same thing with Hyperion or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
It was a disaster. I'm so happy I don't have to do that ever again. But yeah, so it looks like Pyro is going to be our raid boss of choice. We think we've gotten everything we can possibly get off the Terramorphous.
Oh, okay.
I think we've got all the loot off of him that's even possible.
Nice.
Played a bunch more of Persona 4 Golden.
Oh yeah.
Right now, my highest S-Link is with the chick in the band.
Oh.
Yeah.
What level? Like.
It's a 4.
Oh, okay. So it
Everybody
hasn't
else?
gotten really uncomfortable yet.
No. Everyone else is floating around about a 3, but
Yeah.
it was a 4 way before anybody else.
Yeah. Oof. God, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't even know how it happened. She just catches me in the hallway. You go to band practice? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. That's the worst. Like when they catch you during lunch, where it's like, yeah, I was thinking we might spend some time, and you're like, oh, but
Yeah, like you feel bad saying no.
Yeah.
And it's, whatever.
except I have the drama lady as my S rank for that one, and she is the worst. Oh God.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to help this dude in our class try and pick up the chick on the roof, and
Yeah, I like that one.
I'm working on it. I guess I got to talk to her tomorrow again.
Yeah, you gotta ask her a couple times about her hobbies. It's weird.
About her hobbies twice?
Like all 3 times, I think.
Really? Because I did why is she on the roof and then her hobbies. I don't ask her what she's dreaming about.
I don't think so. No. It's a
Okay.
weird mission.
All right, well, I'll ask her about her hobbies again, see how that rolls.
So you're kind of clipping through that at this point.
Yeah, I'm on the biker dude that wears a jacket and cape.
Yep.
Yeah, that bathhouse scene is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Night Channel. I was like, yeah, I kind of thought it was going there, but it went way over the top.
It went
Like,
all the way there.
all the way, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he even said toodles.
Yeah, I love that. Toodles. God, I love that scene.
So I'm just kind of powering, like trying to rank up my S links. Is Dojima the father figure? Is he a good one to work your S link on?
Yeah, it's a pretty good.
Are my 2? Her and Nanako, him and Nanako are like the Doji household is pretty much where I've been concentrating in.
Right. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to do them as early as you can. They're Persona type, like how it's Chariot and all that. I don't even know what those are called, but I remember those have some good fusions. I'm assuming you've been fusing a lot.
I did right when I got out of the second time I was in the castle.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done it since. I'm just kind of rolling everything up at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, fusing is a lot more important than I think the game explains to you. Because you can get personas that are way higher level than you are if you fuse a persona at your level and then you have a high S-Link with somebody. Because depending on your S-Link, it gives like an experience bonus multiplier. So you could start out with something that's like, you're level 30, you fuse something that's level 30, but you have like maybe an S-Link that's like level 9. And next thing you know, that thing's like 5 levels higher at this point. So you're like rolling up fat in a dungeon.
Huh. All right. Well, I'm pretty much. I think I'm gonna roll through this dungeon, and then play it out from there.
Yeah.
As far as how I'm gonna level it, because right now, like I've fused things, I haven't even seen them yet, so I gotta
Yeah.
see how this goes.
Yeah.
see how my purple horseman works. Play some more Dishonored. I'm still getting the hang of being sneaky, even though I don't like sneaky. I like uh, I like the stabby mechanics in this game a lot.
Oh,
They're
really?
really good stabby. Like I never use any guns or darts or bolts, whatever. They're arrows, whatever them things that fly off the crossbow are. And the guns are just too loud.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it hurts my brain. They're so loud, and it sounds like a glass bottle explodes when you shoot it. Like I don't need this noise in my ear.
Yeah. Do you have to be sneaky, or can you
No,
run and gun
no,
pretty
you can run a
effectively?
gun, but you better be good at the hand-to-hand combat
Oh, okay.
because it is once you get more than one, you can do one-on-one, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
You can get them off balance, right in the neck. It's no big deal. But if you get two or three guys at you, there's always a dude with a gun just taking
Mm-hmm.
pot shots at you, and you
Yeah.
don't even know where you'll lose track of them too. It's kind of
So
frustrating.
he's just hanging out in the back, just blat blat.
But yeah, I do like sneaking up on people and murdering them quick because I got I'm gonna call it the Buffy skill because every time you sneak up and they don't notice you coming, they turn to ash. And then
Jeez.
there's nobody to worry about.
Well, that's pretty nice.
Yo, it's real nice. I don't have to worry about body collections anymore. I'm not hoarding bodies in dumpsters like I was at the start of this game where it's God, this is a pain.
This dumpster's got like
Man,
50 dudes in it.
and just being an assassin is just overrated at this point. It's just too
Yeah.
much heavy lifting. Now, no. Oh
Well,
yeah, there's a sword. Who does it belong to? I don't know. Maybe the pile of ash on top of it, but whatever. It is a thing. But yeah, I'm powering my way through that. I kind of play a little bit, and I'm like, I don't feel like thinking about this proper oldie English talk anymore, and
Verily.
truly, I'm done. I can't. I just tap out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play something mindless. So then I put in Asura's Wrath, and I love it.
And you just start punching planets.
Oh, dude. So, so I downloaded all the extra DLC, and so I started off with the Street Fighter stuff, which started off like kind of this, the Street Fighter style, like you fight like this,
Yeah, like a
and
2D plane.
like 2D plane, and then you get your burst attack, and then you literally knock Ryu to the moon
Amazing.
with an uppercut, and it's
Tenchi style.
it is so awesome. Then you get up there and you start then as you're pounding him into the moon's surface. Of course, he turns into Evil Ryu.
Oh, of course.
And then I don't know if you remember if you played the demo, right, where that dude slices it, like you catch the sword and you throw it off to the side and like this huge shelf of the moon comes up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get punched down on that high shelf, back down to level from where we use like ground punches. It was
Amazing.
pretty cool. But yeah, so you pound your way through that, and then Akuma shows up at the end to be continued, which is I thought it was a nice way to tie the two together.
Yeah.
Then you start fighting Akuma, and of course he turns into Oni.
Yeah, of course.
Because why not? Uh, and then that battle lasts 500 years.
Oh, God.
Yeah. To the point where you guys are frozen in stone and birds are flying and landing on you and stuff. It's crazy.
Amazing. I downloaded all the DLC when I bought that game. I really have to finish it and sort of power through all of it in sort of one go.
I think that's totally doable. I would probably recommend playing through that first, the actual game proper, the vanilla version.
Hmm.
Just kind of digest what happened and get the true ending.
Yeah.
And then hop into the lost levels, like the extra episode pack that adds like 5, 6 levels on top of the existing,
Hmm.
and where that goes off like Ava Deep End, like just amazing. I just it blew my mind,
Yeah.
absolutely shattered what I had thought of that game, and I loved that game before, and I really love it now.
Yeah.
I just visually is just amazing, and it's hard to put in words what happens in that.
Yeah.
Just, oh my god, wow, wow. It's the only thing I can say is just Asura's Wrath. Wow, like just amazing.
I mean,
I I need because I know Mackie had played through it and he's the one that kind of goaded me to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we need to talk, and I would love to get your impressions on that
Yeah.
because it just one of the coolest looking things I've ever seen.
I'm hoping to play it over the Christmas break. Just sign a
You
poop sock through it.
remember how awesome Adam looked from Ava?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than that.
Amazing. Well, the other for anybody that's really interested in Asura's Wrath, I mean, it is super cheap now. You can pick it up brand new for like 20, $30, and there's a
You can pick it up on digital for $30.
yeah, and there's a DLC package. So you could download all the DLC, and I think it's 1,200 points maybe. So you get all the DLC
Don't
packs.
tell me that because I downloaded everything individually, including that pack.
Whoops. Oh, you voted with your wallet.
Yeah, I love that game. I don't care. At this, I'm so satisfied with this purchase, like above and beyond what I had originally loved it.
Yeah.
Now I love it even more,
Yeah.
and it just looks cool. It is just
Yeah,
the
I mean, you can't go
coolest
wrong with
game.
that style.
And like everyone says, like, oh, he's just like an angry six-arm Kratos dude. No, this dude is way better.
Yeah.
He's probably one of my favorite characters of all time
Well,
right now.
he actually has a story, and I feel like instead of even at the beginning of the game, where I'm at, um, he's way more likable as a character than Kratos ever was. Because I mean, Kratos, yeah, he has some stuff happen.
Kratos is his own personal martyr. This guy
Yeah.
is actually has something he's fighting for.
Yeah, and this guy keeps getting screwed at every turn, like not by his own choices.
And that's the thing I think I find more that I enjoy this storyline more than everything else. Granted that it's not his decisions that led to this point. It's the situation that pushed him
Yeah.
to this level.
Yeah.
And the reasoning behind it, and in the lost and the extra episodes, I wish this was part of the game
Yeah.
because, like, granted, it's nice to revisit this and breathe more life into this game in my mind than it had initially. It took it to a level that was not expecting to really care that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just completely enthralled at the end of this game.
Yeah.
It felt more connection to him than I did with any angry protagonist I've ever been a part of.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, so I played that. I think I finished wrapped that up at like 2 in the morning. I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
It added probably a good hour and a half to the game.
Nice.
Like it was pretty meaty expansion.
Yeah.
I didn't even play the 2 half levels yet,
Oh, okay.
so I don't even know what those are about. But I'm sure I'll love them because I love the game. And then lastly, that I played this week. Last night I had poop sacked my way through DOA 5's ridiculous story.
Oh, amazing. Cat, what are you doing? Come on. What's wrong with you? Standing on the desk?
We're about to get disconnected again.
Jerk. Yeah, I know. The cat's gonna do it here.
It's the angry puss face.
Just lay down.
Um,
So DOA 5's ridiculous soap opera
okay,
story.
so not only does it tie together like all the ridiculousness that happened in 3 and 4,
Really?
it tied in the stupid movie.
Oh my god, I need to finish this thing. This is the best news I've ever heard.
All right, so you remember the movie, right?
Oh yeah, I unabashedly love the movie for its genuine stupidity.
I do too. And you remember the main antagonist in that is that Donovan guy,
Yeah.
which had no part in anything DOA before that.
No. Oh no.
Boom, boom.
It's the best game ever.
It gets even, dude, from everything from Zach in a clown Ronald McDonald wig, it just
Amazing.
unbelievable. And Zach looks like the dude from Saints Row the Third in his little tight purple vest and
Yeah.
shirt, golfer hat. Like it's just
God.
it's dumb.
Now I know what I'm doing with the rest of my day.
It's dumb. And Bayman is hilarious.
Yeah.
He just managed to get the crap kicked out of him every turn, and he's like, All right, this is as far as I go. Like it's just
Oh god,
okay.
the voice
I
acting.
just you just can't win, and the voice acting is even worse.
It's so bad.
Christy is awful, but
Oh, she's really.
in
Oh,
the best way ever. And then the other character, Rig, is just oh my
yeah,
god.
he's really. Oh,
I was this close to turning on like when I got back into. All right, I'm gonna turn on Japanese so I don't have to pay attention to how bad the voice acting.
yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't do that because it was just gold. It was
Uh,
gold, Jerry, gold.
oh man.
But oh my god, and the stupid challenges are so distracting from your fights to the point where
Yeah.
like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna beat him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
Oh man, I loved it. I loved it, and the MMA chick is pretty good too.
Nice.
And I can't wait to start pounding through the arcade mode to see what these endings could possibly be at this point.
Oh, that's
Just
true. Yeah.
I don't know, so I haven't even done them yet. I
Oh
just played
man.
the story mode, and it is. I should post a picture of it. This was episode is this mess of like the flow chart from Lord of the Rings.
I've seen the
Like it
end
is just
flowchart where it's
awful.
just. Oh,
It
it's
doesn't make any sense at all.
no. It's one of the worst things.
There's one part that happens in this with Ayane, and I won't spoil the ending, but wow, like it just like oh my god, boom, well I can boom. Um, but whatever. There's one thing that happens with Ayane Hayate and Kasumi where I'm just like, dude, what? Oh my gosh.
Oh, this stupid amazing game.
And the end boss isn't ridiculous like Alpha 5220.3 thing.
Uh,
But dude, I love it. It plays well. The characters look just a little bit off, just a little bit off, especially when they go and they show some clips from the ending of 3. And thankfully, there's no Aerosmith. Oh my God, I'm
oh
so
yeah.
happy I don't get to listen to Aerosmith.
Thank God. Ugh.
Oh, so that scene where Helena's in there pushing buttons on the council,
Yeah.
dot 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 dot,
Yeah.
everything's
Forgot
blowing
about
up.
that.
And Aerosmith blasting in.
Oh
Just want
God.
to close my eyes. But
God, the worst.
yeah. But yeah, but you can actually see the character model difference between Helena and this. Like everyone's jaws are just a little too like not as sharp as
Hmm.
they were.
Interesting.
I went for a little softer look. I don't know why because I liked everything before, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still miss the Frogman suit, but whatever. It's
Yeah.
lame.
Some of the. I feel like there aren't a lot of crazy suits this time around.
Not that I can really tell.
Yeah. Except for the DLC, but that is way overpriced.
I haven't even looked at it. No, probably not because I'm gonna play it. And I was looking at some of the title challenges. It's not just win with 1,000. It's win 3,000 matches with a character.
Nope. I'm good.
I
I'm out.
I don't know, and that's just a character. Wow. Oh, and Sarah's voice acting is awesome, just like Akira's. Like,
Oh really?
You hear static in the background when
Amazing.
she talks. It's so cool.
Oh, so good.
But I love DOA. We need to play. We need to play again because it's sharp. It is really really sharp.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been playing this week a lot. I think I got everything. Yeah. I
Well,
got
I've been spending a lot of time with Persona 4 Golden. Just rolled over 30 hours this morning.
Ouch.
It has replaced reading in bed for me. So, I can at least play, an hour or two every day. God, it's so good. Like, just the ridiculous amount of stuff that they've added to this experience is just fantastic. It seems like they changed a lot of voice acting stuff where they maybe have re-recorded the majority of the game, if not all of it, even with some of the same voice actors. So some of that stuff is weird, but this is really the version to play. I unlocked the other city after I got my scooter license, and that stuff is kind of interesting. It took a little bit longer to unlock than I thought, but finally finished my least favorite dungeon in the game, the third one. And for anybody that's playing new, would like to give you a PSA so you don't get screwed. At the end of the third dungeon, there are two boss battles in a row. And the first one is not terrible, but the second one is no joke. So make sure you come correct. Uh, so don't get caught and don't get killed, because you have the second boss battle. You have to do the first one over again. So not fun.
Okay. And that's the one where I'm at?
No, it's the one after that. You're in the second
Okay.
dungeon.
Okay.
So, but I don't want to spoil it because, it's new characters and all that. Um, I purchased and started playing Uncharted Fight for Fortune. This is the PS Vita
Vita.
card battle game. This thing is serious. Like, it's not just like, oh, an Uncharted game that has, card battling. No, this is a card battling game that has an Uncharted skin. This thing is legit, as the kids are wont to say. It's not bad. I think if you really like card battling games, it's probably really good. I don't know how much more I'll play of it because it's not really in my wheelhouse.
Congratulations.
You just can't win, can you? Good times.
I can't believe that just happened again.
So it is really good, but I don't know if I'll keep clipping with it because I don't think it's my type of game. I sort of liked like Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2 for being sort of the reverse, where it's a Metal Gear game with a card game in it, and I think it would have been less fun if it was the other way around. So, but it's still
Metal
really good,
Gear.
and it's Metal Gear, and it's
Metal
still really cheap. It's
Gear.
like $5. Why is this cat howling? I don't understand it. It's only like $5, and I think the each one, like the Uncharted 2 pack and the Uncharted 3 pack, are only like $2 or $3 a piece. So you get in under $10 for the whole experience. It has asynchronous multiplayer, has a whole single player mode, and it's got really good training. So highly recommended. I got a sort of a bug in me for some reason to play Assassin's Creed 3. I sort of left off the game on a bad foot, where once the intro happens, switch to someone else, and it's just not good. Well, it wasn't a game that I was really enjoying. But I said, you know what? I've only played like 5 hours into it. I haven't even gotten to the meat of the game. I got to give it another chance. I have to be fair. I was looking forward to it, and I love all the other Assassin's Creed games. Let's hop back into it. Let's get past this bad point. Let's get to the good meat here. And man, did I. Still not really liking Connor as a character, but I don't think I'm supposed to yet. But man, they had this point where you restore this ship and you take it out to another harbor. I think you take it out to Boston Harbor or New York Harbor or something like that.
Right.
And then when you come back, you get on some hot ship-on-ship battles, and it is amazing. That's all I want
Really?
to do in this game. Is I
The
want to
ship
shoot.
battles?
I want to shoot other ships with my ship and make them blow up, because it is incredible. And piloting the ship, driving the ship, sailing the ship.
I think it's sailing.
Yeah.
Nautical bitches.
So doing whatever it is with the ship is actually really, really interesting, and it's really fun, and it's really responsive. And the thing that I like the most about it is you get the same view of the ship that Connor would when he's sailing it. So like the camera doesn't pull like all the way to the front ship, and you get this beautiful grand view. Like you don't get the full view because everything, like all the masts and everything, are in the way. So like it seems like a pretty authentic experience. I have not sailed a ship before, so I would not know, but it's not this I'm driving a first person car sort of thing. It's
Right.
kind of an interesting experience. So I didn't know there was there's a house that you restore as part of the beginning of Connor's story. And I didn't know you could like bring like artisans, like woodworkers and stuff to the house to help you restore it and things like that. Like almost like in Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood, I think it was, where you bring up that whole town, or maybe that was regular Assassin's Creed 2.
I think it was Assassin's Creed 2 where you can actually get people in to make it better.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot like that. And so you're sort of bringing up this homestead, and I kind of missed that from the other Assassin's Creed games, so I'm kind of happy it's back. So I feel a little bit warmer about the game. I haven't really liked a lot of what the game has been doing so far. I get what it's trying to do, but still kind of don't care. So I feel like now it's taking off the training wheels, and it's sort of letting me free, and I kind of like that a lot better. So we'll see. I want to finish it, but I got a lot of games.
We'll see.
Yeah. And the last game I played this past week is Mass Effect 1.
Ooh.
My girlfriend has been really, really interested in Mass Effect, the trilogy, now that it's done. And she had a really hard time getting through Mass Effect 1. She had a problem with the slow intro and the sort of bad shooting and anything. And I said, you know what? I'd love to go back through the trilogy and play through it all again, sort of in one go. I said, why don't we play it together? We'll make a Shepard. We'll make these choices. We'll sort of make a Shepard together. And she was
Our Shepherd.
our Shepard. So she agreed. So one night last week, I think it was, or last weekend, popped in Mass Effect 1, and we started a Shepard, and we started on our way. And man, that game sucks. My God, like I
believe
love.
that's in the same console generation?
Man, it is like, first off, I forgot how much I loved how Mass Effect 1 looked. Like that real heavy film grain and like those really blown out lights and all that stuff. Just like some really 70s looking sci-fi business. I love how this game looks, even though it's sort of rough graphically, because it's now getting pretty long in the tooth. And some of the some of the cutscene direction is really bad, and the animation for characters is really not good. But I kind of like the aesthetic of it. But man, the shooting blows. Most of the movement is terrible. The beginning of that game is slow as hell. And I mean, it really has a hard time once you get off Eden Prime, and you get into the Citadel the first time. Like that first cutscene where you see the Citadel with the light behind it.
Yeah, and the nebulous. Yeah.
Yeah, like God, that is still a really, really great cutscene. And I think they sell really well how big this place is and how important it is. But like, the first person you meet is that council guy, the one who's just a total d-bag the whole time. So like,
yeah.
As soon as you land, like you meet a person you don't like, and the game kind of rips off the training wheels immediately. And it's like, all right, here's a giant place. Good luck. Who knows what you're supposed to do, right? Space is yours. And it's like, no, I would sort of, I'm going to go talk to the L-Corps first because they're awesome. But beyond that, like...
Elated reaction.
Yeah. But, like, beyond that, like, you're trying to talk to this Asari consort, and you kind of don't know why. And, like, both me and my girlfriend's attentions were kind of waning at that point, because I know doing that gets to another point that gets to another point. But, like, I feel like at the beginning of the first game, they're continually throwing a lot of information at you, which is great because they have a huge world to explain, but I don't think they do a good job of explaining why you're doing what you're doing. So it's just a little hard to go to, but I mean, it's the beginning of the path to Mass Effect 2, so you gotta get through some of the tough parts to get to the good game. So, and she seems to be enjoying it so far, sort of being in that universe. And I forgot how creepy the Hanar are.
Yeah.
The real weird.
The jellyfish dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I forgot how horrible the inventory system is in that first game. Man,
Oh,
that,
yeah, just reduce everything to Omni Gel.
yeah,
That's all you
almost
do.
immediately. And then I forgot how to do. I forgot they don't really tutorialize the Omnigel hacking minigame. So the first one I fail immediately because I forget you have to push the button as it comes up, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
okay, okay, now I remember. You guys could have told me that, but like, I really can't fault the game because, I mean, it's a really big game and it came out a while ago on this generation, so I mean
You probably would have been better off rolling a new playthrough and just ripping down the Shepherd and making a new one.
oh, that's what we did.
See,
We created a brand new.
if you guys are still having a problem with the shooting,
Yeah, because it's just,
oh,
and I even set it on the easiest difficulty, and it's just, it's a lot like the problems that people had with one of our favorite games, Alpha Protocol, where until you level up your skills, you're kind of bad at everything, which doesn't
yeah,
necessarily make sense in the world because Shepard's supposed to, no matter what storyline you pick, Shepard's supposed to be a war hero, so you would sort of expect you to be able to shoot things with a pistol, but trying to use it and you're wildly flailing like woo, it's there's sort of a bit of dissonance there, but
it's so yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's like spray and pray.
yeah, I mean, even with the pistol, and I forgot how unusable the sniper rifle is at the beginning of that game. I mean, it's like Shepard's drunk. I mean, it's real bad, but I mean, it's still a really great universe, and I feel like they really do a really good job of setting it up. And man, being in that original Normandy is really weird because everything
Yeah,
is really different.
and
Um,
really small. Like the sheer
yeah,
size of it is so condensed.
but then conversely, the Citadel is huge. I mean, you could
Yeah.
walk around the entire thing. So it's really weird, but it's kind of fun to go back to, and I can't wait. Bless you. I can't wait
Thanks.
until it really opens up, and the game. There's that point when you leave the Citadel after you become a Spectre. Spoiler alert. um, that the game is just sort of like, well, here's the galaxy map. Go crazy. I feel like at that point the game it finally pays off, and you finally get what the game's been going
Where the
towards.
only downfall is the Mako stuff, but even that stuff's tolerable.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's going to be bad, so I've already prepared myself.
Well, and now you know the Mako has a cannon, so you don't have to worry about the
Yeah,
Thresher Maw.
yeah. Unlike my first playthrough, I'm like, I'm not doing damage to this guy. Just pew 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 pew. Just
Yeah.
dumb. Um, and that's all I've been playing though. So let's take a break.
Okay.
God, my voice is still messed up from yesterday.
Yeah, we did a lot of talking yesterday.
I didn't put it together until Meg mentioned something. We did like 3 hours of recording in a row.
Yeah, straight.
That's rough. That's rough. Hi to everybody watching. Everybody in the chat. I don't know if anybody's in
Oh,
chat.
do we have people watching?
RoboPig and the Hannah. What up,
What's up?
sirs?
Oh yeah, we can't give out any spoilers.
No, for those
Yep.
watching, Knobs and I recorded our top 10 and predictions for 2013 yesterday. And my voice is totally blown out. So that's fun. But those are
To-
you guys should. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. We recorded two pretty great episodes that are coming up. I think it's the 24th and the 31st, or the 23rd and the 30th. Um, pretty great episodes. I was pleased with how they turned out. Uh, so, but I'm really tired. And my voice
That I
is
didn't
blown
hang
out.
up on you.
Yeah, and you didn't hang up on me once. Good times.
I can't believe I did that. That was funny.
Happens to the best of us.
Oh man, like it is so hot in here. Why is my nose running?
Winter.
Not really. Uh,
All right. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Okay. Oh, come on. All right. Sorry. To elbow a lampshade or extra lighting.
Ooh, spooky.
Ooh.
Toodles.
Toodles. All right. All right. Ready?
Yup.
Well, hold on.
Yum yum yum. Agua.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Ready. All right. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases. Downloadable games this week. Guardians of Middle Earth for XBLA and PlayStation Network is 1,200 points and $15.
I think that's that one that's kind of that console MOBA, which
I
is
think.
interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Could be good.
Now making its debut on PlayStation Network, Guilty Gear Double Zex Accent Core Plus. That title is redonks.
Every time I read it, it's nuts.
That is just way too long. And not even a big word in it. It's all a bunch of little gobbledygooks stuffed together with
Just
X's.
gibberish.
Gibberish. Well, that is $15. Probably the premiere version of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Uncharted Fight for Fortune for PlayStation Vita, $5. DJ Max Technica Tune for the PlayStation Vita is $45.
I don't think it's getting a physical release, so has like 60 songs. Like apparently, if you're a DJ Max fan, the two of you that are in the U.S., I'm not making fun of the game. It's apparently pretty great. So, I don't know. I've never played a DJ Max game.
Absorbent for a digital only game.
Yeah.
Tulip for the PlayStation 2 Classic is $10.
Yep. One of Atlus's, I think Atlus put it out, one of Atlus's rarest games.
Yep.
It's a kissing simulator.
Yeah.
Enjoy that one.
Instant Game Collection for PlayStation Network is BioShock 2, which I have started and haven't finished.
Yeah, everybody that hasn't played it, especially if you enjoyed BioShock 1, you really need to play it. It's surprisingly really good.
Cool. Duke Nukem 1+2 for Good Old Games. That is $6. That seems to be a fair price for that.
Yeah, for Duke Nukem 1 and 2, and for those of you that only played Duke Nukem 3D, these are the original non-3D 2D platformer games that are okay. They're not bad.
My advice to you, if you're playing these, custom soundtrack. Play your own music in the background. You'll enjoy them far much more. Not that they're bad, but 2 is really good. I really like 2 a lot.
2 was really fun.
U.S. release for the week of December 10th, 2012. The Walking Dead retail version. I think that's all 5 episodes, right?
I believe so.
That's for PlayStation 3 and 360, which I will be purchasing.
The entirety of Season 1.
I am excited to play those because of what I saw the other night.
Yeah.
UK release for the week of December 7th, 2012. Paper Mario Sticker Star for the thirds. Mass Effect Trilogy for the PS3. Ah, man, I'm fighting my tongue now. Sonic and All Stars Racing Transform for everything.
God, I gotta pick that up. That looks so good. Oh man.
Yep.
All right, moving on to news stories here. Happy 15th birthday to Quake 2.
Oh man,
I'm way old.
Wow.
This is your reminder. Memento Mori. Quake 2 is 15 years old. I've seen a lot of news stories about it, but I'm sort of a little disappointed that people aren't really maybe reminiscing about its online and how important that was, I felt, in selling online first-person shooters as a thing. Especially on PC, because before it was done and it was fine and everything was okay.
The deathmatch was always tough to link up to, and this made it a little bit easier. And then I think 3 they were all in. It was Arena.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Quake 2 there was a really good server browser, which there were server browsers before, but they weren't great. They were still using Quake World, but I think the thing that was most important about it was the ability to set your settings to automatically download maps and mods. So you could just join a server and it downloads a bunch of stuff, and next thing you know, you're in an Instagib map with runes in the Simpsons neighborhood. And you're just like, what? What? Who? Why?
Yeah,
This is amazing.
what happened here?
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you're playing a recreation of, a corridor from the Aliens movies. And you're just like, this is the best. This is online. Holy crap, I'm 16.
And nothing really has been like that. I think since what was the last game that had a huge mod community? Oh, Unreal 2K4.
Yeah, UT
Like
2K4 had a big one.
the ridiculousness that happens in that game,
Yeah.
like with those mods and that level creator,
And
like people just went ape share over it.
And I mean, to be fair, like I feel like there is a really good a similarity between that and the Halo Forge stuff, which we really don't get into since we're not fans. But anybody can go into Halo Forge and make whatever they want, including new game types. So like
Yep.
I feel like that's sort of the spiritual successor to it, where it's like I made a giant map and all we have are ATVs and rocket launchers. Let's race and kill each other. It's like great.
It blows my mind that that's in Halo. Like that people
On a
are
console.
modding to that level on a console.
Yep.
Like it's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean I feel like it's still alive and well, thankfully. But when the internet was really bad back in Quake 2, I feel like that was really a revolution. It was really,
That was a gem.
yeah, it was really like, oh my god, I'm playing against actual people. Look at that dude. He's got the little chat bubble above his head. I'm gonna totally shoot him.
Yeah, that
Although
might
that
as
might
well
have been
been
Quake
that might as well have been a kick me sign.
Yeah, that might have been Quake 3, but it still counts. Moving on, next news story. Spike VGAs happened, and usually we are here to ha ha ha. Spike VGAs, you're so dumb, you're terrible. Actually, not bad this year. Surprisingly.
Actually, all you have to do is have Samuel L. Jackson as your MC, and
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And it saves everything.
The whole show seemed all tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
like just
which helps.
Sam Jackson's going to be Sam Jackson, and we're just gonna have fun.
Yeah, it helps.
And guess what? It was.
It helps making it not serious, because if it's broy, then you can sort of be like, whatever. The Hannah in chat mentions the last game to have that big of a mod community would be the Elder Scrolls games, especially Morrowind. I feel like that's a really good good example. Like you can download Oblivion and then go to like a BitTorrent site and download, like a 1 gig mod pack, and next thing you know, the game looks like a brand new game, and they fixed all the bugs and put in all the stuff that got removed. Like it's incredible. Good call. So the Spike VGAs, there's a couple of awards that I felt warranted some mention here. Game of the Year. Shockingly, I tuned out before this announcement because I knew it would be Halo 4, except it was The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
What?
that was the first time. Like I was sitting there because I fast forward through most of the stuff.
Yeah.
And I stopped and when they announced the game of the year and like whatever other award just to see who won.
Yeah.
And when they said Walking Dead, I rewound it.
Yeah,
I
and
was
you're just like, sorry, what now? Not COD Blops?
they're not talking. They're not talking about nominations. They actually won.
Yeah.
And then I paid attention the rest of the show and it wasn't bad.
I mean, my girlfriend and I watched a little bit of it. We don't have TV anymore, so we were just streaming from game trailers. And it was pretty good. It helped a lot that it was tongue in cheek. And Studio of the Year was Telltale Games, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And awesome. Best PS3 game was Journey, which I don't know what bizarro world we're living in, but I love it.
Yeah.
Best game of the decade, which was really weird until they explained it. That this is the 10th anniversary of the VGAs, so they were going to pick the best game of the last 10 VGAs. And I was like, okay, that made sense. Because even my girlfriend was like, it's 2012. What the hell are they doing? It's like, I don't know. This is crazy.
Yeah.
They picked Half-Life 2, which, sure, yeah.
And you know what? I didn't have a problem with anything they nominated either.
No, there was like Wind Waker. There was a whole bunch of crazy stuff in there. That was like they were showing a bunch of snippets from all those games. I was like, you know what? That's actually a really good list. I would have been okay with any of those games on that list
And
getting the nod.
that's what I did. Like when they put the nominations, you know what? I don't have a problem with any of those. And then to pick Half-Life 2, you're like, yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
I could get behind Half-Life 2. That's you
Yeah.
know what? That's a great game of the last decade. Two thumbs up. Character of the year was Claptrap.
I
Sure.
was surprised.
Yeah.
I thought, and granted, the little lead ups to it, I don't know if you saw any of those with Master Chief just kind of sitting there playing. I think he was playing Halo. He was just sitting there playing Halo, and whatever the Edie thing was talking to him
Yeah.
was just sitting there, and he's like, "Well, Sam Jackson, what?" And he falls back in his chair, and then they had Shepard, Garrus, and FemShep
I did see that.
all playing together, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, and that thing's tonight." Oh no, we gotta go.
Yeah. I like that. Those some of those were pretty good, like in the way that shudder to say that GameStop commercials are usually pretty good. They sort of get what's funny and awesome about those games. So,
Yeah.
and then thankfully, the guy who provided the voice for Handsome Jack won for best performance by a human male. So yeah, totally, because that guy played that game, that voice perfectly.
I don't think that game would have been nearly enjoyable if he didn't carry the entire game.
Nope.
And that goes to the writing was just so perfect.
Yeah. All right, so some of the trailers they showed, Dark Souls 2 was announced, surprisingly at the VGAs. That doesn't seem like the right venue for it, but kind of interesting, a pretty good trailer. And then what's really interesting, and of course is getting people in a tizzy, that the devs are saying that they want to make the game a little bit more accessible. Of course, people are saying, well, now they're going to make it easy. But if they would actually read the interview, the developers were saying, like, there's that whole white tendency and black tendency in the first game. Like, how have you died or lived to manage your world to get you loot that even some of the people that have finished the game don't even know about. So, like, they're trying to not make the game a guessing game and make it, more obvious about its systems, and then still make it really tough, because that's kind of what the game's about. So good on them. Get more people to play that game. Sure. The Phantom Pain was announced by Moby Dick Studios, and it's probably MGS5.
Is that was the thing with the guy in the claw
What?
and the whale?
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. It's probably MGS5.
That's what I was. Tomsy and I were talking about today when we were playing Borderlands. I'm like, what was the game with the whale in it?
Yeah.
I was like, whale. Oh, the dude in the car accident. The dude looked an awful lot like Snake.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, dude, really? I'm like, I think.
Yeah. It's either for that open world game they're coming out with, or it's some sort of viral pre-announcement for MGS5, because that company does not exist. So Moby Dick Studios is not a studio. So, and the first name of the guy who's the CEO of the company, if you rearrange those letters, is Kojima. So
Really?
yeah, like it seems it's what Kojima likes to do, where he likes to get people to ask questions about this crazy stuff he's doing.
I'm sure because he was there. I'm sure he just showed up to see everybody's reaction to it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And probably loved it, and everyone's like, what was that?
And
he's like, excellent.
Yes. Dance, puppets, dance. So they also showed a trailer for The Last of Us, and announced a release date of May 7th. So,
man, Naughty Dog, I cannot believe you've come from Crash to this.
Yeah, man, I'm day one for this thing. I'm so pumped. And they showed a bunch of other trailers for stuff that they've sort of already announced, like Lords of Shadow 2 had a...
I'm super pumped. Oh my god,
trailer.
I am super pumped for that.
Assassin's Creed 3, The Tyranny of King George. They had already announced that a while ago, but they showed a pretty great trailer of it, and I just love how
Evil Washington looks.
Yeah, like, I love how he looks. Like, he just looks... he's mean mugging you. It's great. Gears of War Judgment, which was kind of a pretty flat trailer. I don't understand that did not have a good showing, and
it just seems like a retread.
People Can Fly can do better. I don't.
Yeah.
maybe it's just another case of like, the original SSX trailer that maybe it just missed the mark, and maybe there's more to it. But man, I don't know. But hopefully it has horde mode so we can play more of that. Bioshock Infinite, which I thought had an amazing trailer, and everybody's crapping all over that. So apparently you can't please anybody.
What? I thought they had to show gameplay of the handyman.
Yeah, they did. And then there was
Yeah.
like that opening thing where you're talking to the Elizabeth or
Yeah.
whatever her name is. It looked really good. I'm super pumped. It got delayed until I think February, but great. Sure, it looks fun. Shooting
Yeah.
stuff, zip lining, whatever. I'm good. And South Park: The Stick of Truth, which continues to look incredible. Yay, Obsidian.
What? They couldn't have opened the show any better with that.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, I cannot wait to play that game. That just looks bonkers.
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited to see Obsidian. I really hope they hit a home run with this one because they really need it, and so
Yeah.
does THQ for that fact. So, but speaking of Castlevania: Lords of Shadow, the 3DS game Castlevania: Lords of Shadow - Mirror of Fate has announced that it's coming March 5th, and that game looks pretty hot.
Oh, great! Because I'm gonna have to buy that and a 3DS right now.
Yeah, and I think they're talking about it bridging the story between the two games.
Son of a!
Yeah.
It just cost me like 200, $300.
I know.
Balls.
So next news story, Journey soundtrack gets a Grammy nod.
Yeah, I've
So
heard that too. Yeah.
The very first full video game soundtrack. The video game song already won that Baba Yetu song a couple of years ago. But this is the first full soundtrack to get a nod alongside with Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is sort of a weird combo. But it's nice to see, and honestly, it couldn't have happened to a better game.
No.
So, and a beautiful
What a
soundtrack.
night! What a night for that group.
Mm-hmm. And last news story here, tiny news story, but a very important one. If you have an iPad, Shatter is coming to the iPad. Not iOS, not iPhone. But to iPad. And if you have not played this game, you really, really need to. And by Wizorb, because both of those are some of the best breakout-style games that really you can play.
I can't think of a better you know what it's a really good platform to play that type of game on.
Yep. And Wizorb on the iPad is actually really good too, and it's only like $2 or $3. So
Like just grab a stylus and go to town.
yep. Do it.
Do it.
So that's all the news stories for us. Let's take another break.
I got that good.
Man, I really don't want to edit all this audio today.
Oh, us?
Yeah.
Yeah, my nose has been like super itchy.
Get on up there, dog.
No, it's not in it. It's like the tip. Just the
It's
tip.
the Seinfeld problem.
It's just like, eh.
Oh, have you been watching this season of Parks and Rec, by the way?
Yes.
Did you watch the most
the
recent
last-
episode?
Dude, her in the front row.
Just
I lost it. Oh my god.
she's so fucking good in that show. My god.
Oh,
That whole episode was incredible.
dude, when they got in that fight in the dumpster.
God, that season is just oh man.
Even that, like some of the lines like where what's her Pollock's boyfriend or fiance or whatever they are
Yeah.
looks at Rob Lowe and he's like, dude, he's like, there's no logical conclusion. I can't figure it out either.
Yeah.
With Jerry and his hot wife and his
Yeah.
crazy sexy daughters.
God. It's sort of funny because like Parks and Rec keeps getting better, and like 30 Rockins last season is not really hitting a lot of the high notes.
No.
It's probably about time for it to go, and I hope it goes out with a bang, and then
You know what the thing with Donaghy and Tracy Morgan was probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
Like where he's like, I'm you and you're me. Like they're just like total opposites of each other, but they're the same dude.
Yeah. I also have to give props for this newest season of Bob's Burgers. I'm not totally caught up yet, but good God.
I haven't seen any of season 2 yet, and
Oh my God, there's a great episode in season 2 where Louise, the one with the bunny ears,
yeah.
the ears get stolen,
Oh no.
and it's one of the
She's
best shows.
crazy as it is.
Oh man, it gets way worse. It's one of the best episodes of that show. Like for me, it's up there with the last episode of the first season, the one where he's screaming Bob's Burgers at the ballpark.
Yeah, you know what? I did catch one episode from this where he gets hijacked on that yacht ship.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
Oh my God. Well, he like the captain kidnaps him on this ship and he's just there to like make burgers and get off and he's like, "Well, why is this thing moving?" And then they're out to sea and he gets like he's like, "You can't serve those clams. They're spoiled. They're all open." And the French guys, "Oh, we serve the clams." Like it's just
God, that show is so good, man.
uh,
All
it's
right,
H. John Benjamin's just brilliant.
in everything, and Archer's coming back in a couple weeks too. I think it comes back at the beginning of January.
Wait, I can't wait.
Yeah.
That last season was perfect.
I think I got to rewatch that whole season. I don't think I caught it in order.
That last
Serpentine
three-part
Babu.
episode was so funny.
Yeah.
Where he's the pirate king.
What the show that really needs to come back is Venture Brothers.
Yep.
We've
That's
been
just what I was thinking.
we've been far too long without that show, and apparently they're working on it, but
They
not-
released a
not
Halloween
fast
episode
enough.
I haven't watched yet.
I haven't watched that yet either. All right, let's get to recording here. You ready?
Yep.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about tweets, baby.
Tweets.
Tao Jian Min writes, Boston, I finished AC3 tonight. You should at least play through the story, homestead, and naval stuff. Gets really exciting later on. I agree. It's all getting pretty okay at this point. So, I don't know where I was going with that, but yes, I concur. All right, first email here from Josh, aka Late Elf. I was reading a recent Game Informer, November 2012 issue, when I found an article entitled Why We Play, credits to Ben Reeves. While the whole article is worth a read, I wanted to mention something I read that struck me as interesting from a psychological perspective. The article goes with the premise that there are 3 basic categories of needs that games often meet. 1, a need for competence, that challenge and reward come into play. We feel like we're getting better at something and our progress is meaningful. 2nd, autonomy. I've heard that called player agency, where we feel like what we do is defined by our decisions, but I think their definition is valid too. And 3rd and last, the need for relatedness. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading my screen right now. Feeling like we matter to others and that we make an impact upon them from our involvement. I know that we all go through rough spots in our lives, and more than once I've found solace in numbing my mind in front of the PlayStation or Xbox. I won't begin to comment on WoW or how it swallowed countless lives, and I'm fairly sure that there's a thesis paper on the notion of relatedness and its involvement in Call of Duty multiplayer, which is
That's
an interesting
fascinating.
point. Still, our hobby keeps us going, be it by giving us a way to kill some time or perhaps put some distance between us and the stresses of life. Just want to share this with you guys and see what you think. I feel like we've talked about escapism in games over the years. I feel like this topic keeps coming up, and I feel like it gets better and better every time we talk about it over our 5-year show history. And I feel like for a lot of people, and especially ever increasingly for the popular media, escapism in games continues to be less and less evil.
Yeah.
When it was geeks living in their parents' basement and playing D&D, then to kids sitting in front of their Nintendos or their Segas, and sort of not playing outside, to nowadays where it's something that people do at the end of the day to wind down, or it's their hobby, or even like the average a mom or dad coming home at the end of the day and playing some Farmville a little bit at the end of the day. It's it seems like that sort of stuff is okay in popular culture now, especially after the resurgence of the Wii.
The article or what the point he was kind of put across is it kind of scratches those primal itches. Like
Hmm.
you get a sense of accomplishment when you finish a game, or
Yeah,
you get a sense of that's what pretty much what achievements do for your psyche. It's like,
yeah,
wow, I did something and I got a small reward for it. Even
yeah.
though it's meaningful, it still has value to you as a person.
Hmm.
The one thing that I think I never really thought about is like me personally, like I love problem solving, and
Yeah,
that's essentially what games are. You're
yeah.
solving problems constantly, and it fills that void for me so eloquently and precisely what
Hmm.
I need to do, and just like having the skills to get it done.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you can't really ignore the skill of it either, because I mean, a lot of times when we're playing games, it's because we're good at them, or
Yeah.
we enjoy increasing our skill. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. Of I'm good at this game. I'm good at shooting dudes online, for example.
Right.
I'm not, but a lot of the draw to a lot of the multiplayer online shooters is I'm better than these other people. My bars are filling up quicker, or I'm at least part of a clan. I'm part of a community, and this is how we can spend our time. And for a lot of people, myself included, that it's a lot of time when people are so spread out now across the world and across the country that sometimes that's the only time that you have to play games with your friends is online, and to have that sense of community and camaraderie with your friends, even though they're halfway across the world. You
And
know?
that's the thing that amazes me with this grand experiment of Xbox Live is that I've been playing games with 700 and he's in Germany. There's
Yeah,
even a language barrier there,
yeah.
and we're still having a blast.
Hmm.
But yeah, that and dude, don't sell yourself short. You're crazy good at Gears 3. You
Thanks.
blast plenty of dudes in the face in Gears 3.
But like when that's what I feel is like the even if a lot of people aren't recognizing it within themselves, I think that's a lot of the draw for competitive multiplayer shooters. For me, I don't enjoy the competitive part as much. I enjoy the cooperative, so that my friends and I, or even random strangers and I, can work towards a goal. And we're like, yeah, you know what? We got through 50 waves of horde mode, and that was like 4 straight hours of us figuring out a problem and working towards a goal. And to me, that's great. That's what I love about games.
And I think that's why I loved whatchamacallit, Syndicate
Yeah.
multiplayer so much, or cooperative multiplayer. It was so much fun because you're all working towards the same end.
Hmm.
And the better everybody is with you, the faster you got it done, and the more rewards you reaped.
Yeah. So I think it's an interesting topic, and I think it's one that bears bringing up more and more often, because I feel like we're we're on the cusp, if not it's already passed us by, that games are pop
Okay.
culture. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and that games are okay. And I think more and more people, especially with the success of the Wii and the hopefully impending success of the Wii U, um, that games, everybody's a gamer now. Like everybody watches movies, everybody watches TV. It's just something that everybody does. It's entertainment that
Well, even
everyone
that. Look at
participates in.
some of the commercials we're getting now. Like the two people sitting on the bench playing a game against each other.
Hmm.
Just and complaining that their screen size isn't big enough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just you would never see that as a marketing tactic if it wasn't important.
Well, I mean, look at smartphone and tablet advertisements. Almost all of them feature Angry Birds.
Yep.
As yes, you can play Angry Birds on this thing. Which I mean, on the surface sounds kind of dumb, but for a lot of people, it's like, well, can I play Angry Birds? Can I play these games on it? It's like, yeah. So, you know, I
Good
don't know. It's
things.
it's important and it's interesting. And in the 5 years that we've done this show and the 31 years I've been here on this earth, a lot of things have changed and for the better, thankfully. Next email here from Craig F. He says, "Dear TVG peers,
So,
Long-time listener, first-time participant. Thank you.
yeah.
Friday on Spike's VGA Awards, parenthetically, which were horrible, barring the one good thing I'm about to mention, wasn't that bad. It wasn't. Watch last year. That was
Yeah.
bad. This
Yeah,
year
no, this
was
year was a marked improvement.
this year was self-aware. It knew it was bad, and I feel like it's on the upswing. And if not, just keep Samuel L. Jackson forever.
Yeah.
Keep him in Angry Birds.
And if we learned everything, Samuel Jackson should be inputted into everything because it instantly becomes better.
Yep. Make him DLC for everything. Dark Souls 2 was announced, and I'm absolutely stoked, as Dark Souls would be my runner-up game of the year for 2011. I had no idea that it being such a niche game sold well enough to warrant a sequel. Well, it's sort of the second sequel at this point, because Demon Souls was really the first game. And then, what was it, King's Field, that came out on the Saturn, I think it was, was the original version of this. I mean, it's the same dudes making these games, so there's obviously some sort of market for it, or the margins are so low that you pop out another one of these and then, ta-da, got a couple
Money.
$1 million. So for question, what is the most excited you've ever been for a game announcement? Perhaps one that you thought was never going to be made. Thanks, guys, for making 1 to 2 hours of my Monday workday a little more tolerable. You're welcome. Thank you for listening. I don't know. Like, I feel like the Borderlands 2 announcement trailer, the one with, 1.8 bajillion guns and the wub wub jokes, I feel like that to me was saying, look at Borderlands 2, look at how amazing it looks, and it's still gonna be pretty funny.
Borderlands 2, Mass Effect 3, I was totally amped for that, and at that point, my hype had exceeded overexceeded my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I set myself up for failure.
Yeah. Almost every Metal Gear Solid announcement, because it usually comes with like a 20 to 25 minute trailer, and you're like, oh my god, oh, this is amazing. I can't handle it anymore.
I really, really cannot wait for Lords of Shadow. Just like Darksiders 3, I was so pumped or Darksiders 2.
Yeah.
I was more and more excited the more I saw it.
Yeah. I don't know, pretty much, a lot of games lately. I don't know.
Asura's Wrath caught me out of nowhere, where you sat me down and like, all right, you have to see this trailer.
Yeah.
And I was sold instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And then just more and more I saw and more I learned about it, and the more and then when I got my hands on it, I loved it even more.
Yeah. I don't know, a lot of trailers now are really great. I feel like that's sort of a science at this point. So
yeah, look at you know what's funny? If you go back and watch old movie trailers, they're so disjointed and awful to how good they've gotten at marketing their movies now.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like games are sort of right there with them.
Oh, absolutely.
Next email here is from Dave, a.k.a. RoboPig. Hey, Boston Knobs and Seldom Ryan. Thought I would send in some holiday-related lightning round questions, and thank Knobs for the loot drop the other night. As soon as I hit level 50, I will put them to use. So.
Oh yeah, speaking of that loop, yeah, I lost all of it and none of it saved. So you're welcome, and I replenished it with better.
Okay, so lightning round questions. Number 1, real Christmas tree or fake?
Fake.
Real. I like the smell. Number 2, Elf or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Vacation.
Vacation. Number 3, Cartoon Grinch or Jenny McCarthy's former boyfriend Grinch? Cartoon.
Cartoon Grinch, yep.
Don't talk crazy. Number 4, Christmas Story or It's a Wonderful Life? Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
It's a Wonderful
We're from
Life
Cleveland.
is a terrible movie, and it's depressing all the way through. Yeah, and we're from Cleveland. Come on. Number 5, Best Santa Claus, Tim Allen, Ed Asner, or Paul Giamatti, or Edmund Gwen, Miracle on 34th Street?
Everything in my heart says Edmund Gwen, but I would have to say Paul Giamatti from Jack Claus.
That was a pretty good one. I'm going to go with Tim Allen. I have a soft spot for those movies. I don't know why. They're really dumb, but...
I really loved him as Santa Claus in that movie, Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah. And for a real question, what Christmas special or movie do you have to watch every year? Christmas Vacation and a rarely seen Bloom County Christmas special are mine. Thanks for the show. Hope I can remember to catch it live sometime and hang with everyone in the chat. Hope everyone gets all the games for Christmas. Thank you, sir. For me, especially it's A Christmas Story and National Lampoon's Christmas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Christmas Story. I will watch that all day, Christmas Day. There's no question that doesn't leave the TV.
Yeah.
Vacation. Already watched it a couple times because it's Christmas.
I really like Bad Santa as like sort of the other end of the spectrum.
Bad Santa's a good one, a real good one.
I think recently, if anybody is not watching Happy Endings, the show on, I think it's ABC, there's an amazing Christmas episode that they aired in, I think, season 2, and that's probably going to be in my Christmas. Oh, and also Nightmare Before Christmas, one of the most important ones, because it's Halloween and Christmas, so you get it twice a year.
I'm sorry, I have to watch Invader Zim's Christmas special.
Oh, God, that's right.
Because the Santa Bow Down to Santa's Jolly Boots of Doom.
Yeah.
Is probably one of my favorite Christmas specials of all time.
The Hannah, Knives 311, and RoboPig all mention Scrooged, which is a very good.
Oh, Bill F. Murray, come on.
My girlfriend and I. So I have a Mac Mini that has XBMC installed on it, connected to my TV here at home, and it has my whole DVD collection on it that I legally own, officer. And what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to create a Christmas playlist for all the movies that are either Christmas movies or take place during Christmas. And one of my favorite ones that I had forgotten was Batman Returns. Because I love that movie, and that's a perfect Christmas movie.
What about, I got Santa Sleigh is one of my favorites because it's so ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
And then another great one. Oh man, I think I'm missing a show here that had a great Christmas special.
Another great one that I don't think people really realize is Brazil. Not a really great happy Christmas movie, but it does take place during Christmas. Oh yeah, RoboPig mentions Die Hard. Yeah,
Die Hard.
Forgetting this. That is the
every
best
Die
Christmas
Hard
movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by far. I totally forgot that.
And
Congratulations, Hannah, you win.
Yeah. It is not, a Knives 311 mentions Home Alone, yes. I also make a special exception. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it's very snowy, is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, that's Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving, but it has a lot of snow, so I sort of bend the rules, because it's an amazing movie. So, God, so many good movies that happen during Christmas.
I got it. Dutch.
Dutch. That's a pretty good pick. Boom. Good times. All right. Moving on to next email here from Merlin, a.k.a. Smog Rocker. Has spring become the new and better November? Games like Dead Space 3, Tomb Raider, Rayman Legends, Bioshock Infinite, and GTA 5 sure seem more interesting than your typical military shooter or sports games around Christmas every year. Yeah.
They've been definitely loading up March and April.
Yeah.
Like, huge.
Certainly no complaints from me, because Boomer and Samson would like it during Christmas, though. Because, I mean, it's colder, they can't go outside as much, so they figure, why not play some games?
Why not?
With their opposable thumbs. All right, with that's all of our emails and tweets and everything. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. You can email us, tvgpfans@gmail.com. I'm sorry, the Hannah for Knobs' dog's freaking you out. Find us on Facebook, search for That Video Game Podcast. Twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. Watch us live every Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Find us on YouTube if you can't watch us live and Twitch isn't working for you. We got all our videos there. I think that's it.
Alrighty, join the forums, because there's awesome people to game with.
Use guys
all over the worlds.
Yep.
And all worlds.
All worlds.
Join us for Monday Night Game Night, Left 4 Dead 2, all the DLC, not required. Believe me, we like playing old maps too.
Yep. Xbox 360. to
Xbox
clarify.
360, 10 p.m. EST. Join us. Have a ball. That's tonight. Other than that,
Tonight.
please don't forget to mark yourself on the map. It's in the off-topic thread. Sticky it at the top.
Yep. And everything else you could ever want is on the right-hand side of the page. We'll see you all next week.
Later.
All right. I have 2 titles. If anybody in the community, in the chat has any, please share them. I have Decked Out in Orange, which I don't really like, and then Sneaky Sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky.
So, the Hannah's dog was apparently trying to find out where the other dogs are.
Really?
Yeah. They're in the TV. It's like Persona 4. They're in the TV. That's one of my favorite scenes in Persona 4 at the beginning, where the main character says, like, there's stuff in the TV, and they're like, what do you mean in the TV? And there's like, there's a lot of open space in here, and they're like, what do you mean open space?
Yeah.
I like that. What did you name your character? Come here, Sam.
Oh, I did one letter J for the first and knob for the second.
Nice.
So I get knob cun a lot.
Nice. I always name my Persona characters Taro Ishikawa. I don't
Really?
know why Ishikawa, but I like the name Taro because it's the Japanese equivalent of Fido. Like, it's just the generic thing you call a dog.
Oh,
So I get Taro-kun.
Taro-kun.
Probably offensive to somebody somewhere, but
I'm sure.
I don't know. It's the beard talking. All right,
It is a nice beard.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to pick Sneaky Sneaky because that's the best I got.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky,
I didn't
sneaky.
write anything down.
All right.
Sorry.
See, this is what happened when Ryan's not here anymore.
Yeah.
We got nothing. Say funny
Sneaky,
stuff all the
sneaky.
time, and
No one here is to write it down.
no. If a funny podcast falls in the woods, nobody really listens.
I'm sure Ryan hears it somewhere.
Dude, he didn't listen to the show when he was on it. Come on.
I
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 268 for December 10th, 2012. Sneaky Sneaky.
Sir?
Enjoy, sir.
Yeah, enjoy, sir.
All right. We're done recording.
Enjoy.
You can send that stuff
Boom,
up.
boom, boom. Stop.
Thank you very much to everybody for joining us and watching. Tell your friends. I'd love to have more people watch. I don't know. I need to start putting the schedule on the website. Hopefully they'll have more people watch. But if you know people that'd be interested, watch. Watch with us.
268, right?
268. Yep.
Yeah, I think maybe because we kind of showing up a little later. Like
Yeah.
people check in at 4.
Yeah, man, it's the end of the year though. We're sort of checking out of the show. We get our 2 weeks off and then.
Yeah, we got one. Next Saturday? Oh, there you go.
Yep.
For the people who are still in the chat.
Yep. Next Saturday, 1
Next
p.m.
Saturday.
Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern is our next episode. And then we're on vacation after that. We'll still have our 2 episodes, so you will not go wanting. But we won't be here. We recorded it. We will not be live streaming it though. I'll upload those episodes to YouTube. So,
At their respective times.
so no spoilers. Robopig says, I think more reminders on Twitter might help. I'll try and do that sort of throughout the weekend. And we'll see if it works. But thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye.